Hello, dogs, Lildawg right here, right now. I'm here with a very special Age of Civilizations video. Me and another YouTuber known as RaiderKnight has decided to do something called a save swap. Basically, a save swap is we take a single player game and then we play a certain amount of time. After that certain amount of time is up, we take the save file and switch it over to the other person, and they play that exact same number of time. And then we switch back and forth until we get to some sort of end goal. I think our end goal should be defeating Ming. But we have decided on choosing a Japanese warlord. I'm gonna choose which Japanese warlord we want. I'm gonna go ahead with the Uesugi. Actually, no. I think I might choose someone a bit more challenging. I'm gonna go with the Nanbu. So, here we go. Let's start the stopwatch. Alright. So, we have I set the time to 30 minutes. I think that should be a pretty decent amount of time. I like to go for military upkeep, and I go for some research, and I may leave a few points just for RaiderKnight to do for himself. Yeah, I think I'll leave some points for him, so he can put into anything. So we are a monarchy. Japan is an interesting situation in this start date because anyone can rise to power here and conquer everything. However, it's usually so hard because Korea usually gets involved at some point and begins taking over Japan, if Ming doesn't get involved in Korea. So the situation of Japan, it's divided, as you can see. They're gonna disband our troops so we can start gaining a little bit more cash. We need to take out someone so we can get just a little bit more money. How powerful is Ando compared to me? Pretty weak. How powerful are you? Ando is really my only choice to attack. So alright. So, yeah, I know there are tech points. I'm just leaving them for my Power RaiderKnight to use. I think a decent army would be about 2,000. I think that would be a good amount of troops to attack this guy. I could also build up internally. Like, I don't think I've built up internally for a while. I think the last time I began building up an empire internally was an off-camera save of a scenario I was making and testing out, where I went tall instead of going wide. What building tall means is you do not conquer anything, but you build up the territories within you, and you become powerful that way. I did that for my Japan playthrough. If you don't know, I did a small Earth world and had a Japan playthrough. I think I want to go fascist. So, let's go ahead and get some research up. And maybe we can get a few universities to, I think we can spend quite a bit of money on research. We can hopefully blast through 40 we can hopefully blast through 0.4 tech. Alright. Oh yeah, this is gonna take a hot minute. I don't think I have to worry about war this early on. I think it takes about a year before wars truly start. How many turns does it take before... Oh boy! The most powerful empire here has suspended relations with us. I'm gonna have to warn RaiderKnight about that when I send him the save file. Well, alrighty then. I don't think war happens for, like, another quite a few turns. I think war begins up after about... I don't know how long it takes for a war to declare. I haven't seen anyone declare war stupidly quickly. Like, it takes a while before people start declaring war. I think it's because people still have to, like, develop their relations and stuff with everyone else. Usually, war does not take... War does not happen too early. Like, you won't see a war happen on turn 1 all of a sudden. And plus, there is a 4-turn peace gap before you can declare war anyways at the beginning of the game. Going fascist is really going to be very helpful to us. Because one, we'll gain just that extra bit of money. Alright, 0.39. Just one more research point and then we'll go fascist. I think RaiderKnight will appreciate the fact we're getting a little bit of extra money from our government. Every little bit helps. I think a university would actually help. I know I was going to save that money for an army, but I think a library would help. Let's go ahead and see what what's our largest province in terms of population. Yep, it'll be that. And we can go ahead and build our library from here. Alright, we're getting a little bit of extra research from that. So that should help. And plus, libraries research when you do not have any money towards research, so libraries are actually quite useful, especially when you have one in every territory. Yeah, that little bit is helping quite a bit. That little bit may not seem like much, but it helps us just get there a little bit faster. Even if it's just a tiny bit. Alright, so we should be getting a little bit of extra research points towards, It's good to have a library in your largest province, so... Usually your capital is going to be your largest province. Usually. I know if you play as the United States in certain start dates, your largest city is going to be Atlantic City. Which, I don't know why it isn't New York, why it's Atlantic City, but oh well. may not look like much, but that little bit is actually getting us about 9 point something per turn now. I have about 21 minutes to go in this little playthrough here. I think it's like 9.9. It's helping me out. It's like 9.5% each turn. But we are really close to getting 0.4. We'll be able to switch our government soon. Of course, we're going to have to earn money and then switch our government, but I think the little bit of extra money from the... Oh yeah, we're just 1% away. Okay, you might be wondering, why am I doing a time limit instead of setting a certain number of turns I can do? It's because I don't pay attention to what turn I'm on, so that is not going to work because I'll forget and I'll accidentally surpass the amount of turns I need to be. That's why I prefer time limits, because I can actually set a stopwatch or a timer and have it ring so I know my time's up. So there we go. So how much... Oh yeah. Another objective is of course going to be forming Japan. Which... Oh boy, that's going to take a while. Oh! Oh, Korea starts hating a bunch of people in Japan, okay. And I happen to be one of the unlucky people that Korea seems to hate. So, we've got to be careful. I've really got to warn RaiderKnight about all this stuff with Korea. I'm gonna tell him that I suggest attacking Ando. So... how much money do we need to change our government? We need... 11,000. Alright. And then we can go fascist. Which, if you can see our acceptable taxation and income production... that raises us by a little bit, giving us a little extra money, and I think RaiderKnight would appreciate that. Plus, we don't get too many debuffs. Like, I think goods is down, investments is up a bit. But we do get a little bit extra money towards our overall goal of trying to defeat Ming. Your capital is Beijing. Let's see. Alright. This is gonna take a little bit. Wait, I think I can cross over here. Oh, Ando has another territory up here. I did not see that. Yeah, we are surrounded by enemies on all sides who are really powerful and can wipe us out at any moment. we have to begin our expansion very soon. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it because, again, 30 minutes, but I think he might be able to. Just making sure, because there are some nations in the 1440 start date that have like a minority group within them. I'm just making sure. I like keeping my territories at 100%. Give me a moment. Oh, my tissues are right here. I'm a dum-dum. Alright. Through the halfway mark. In fact, I have about 14 minutes left, exactly. Gonna have to spend another turn, sadly, gaining money. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend another turn gaining money because it isn't exactly 11,000. Alright. Change government type. Fascist. Boom. Now we should be good to increase our taxes by a little bit. Our goods. There we go. We're gaining a little bit of extra money now. Alright, so I think once we get enough troops, I think we'll be going ahead and attacking Ando. I may need to take several loans for this war, actually. Because I don't want anyone else to take Ando out. Allergies absolutely suck. They're just horrible. Kinda want to save these points for him, but I don't want to use them for military upkeep, if I'm being honest. That way I'm not spending as much on it. As you can see, that library is working on research even though I'm not spending money on research. Libraries and universities and stuff like that become very useful because they research for you without having to spend money. And they're way more useful when you have more than one. And so, they're quite useful. We are ready for war after this turn. All right. So I think 500 in each territory should do, unless Ando manages to pull out 3,000, which I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Ando just like pulled out 3,000 soldiers and just wiped me out entirely. Which, if you don't know, I have had issues playing as a warlord in Japan. Well, alright, let's get our soldiers up on the border. The more soldiers we have, the better. Alright. Let's go ahead and take that northern territory out. And then we'll probably go ahead and sit here. Alrighty then. Well, I guess I could send some troops over here to take out that. What? Okay, that makes... Those two territories are not connected. I'm at a loss. They just skipped over my army. That actually made no sense whatsoever. They just skipped over that territory entirely. Well, alright. At least we don't have to worry about them making any more troops. Circle in on them. We have them encircled. Boom. And there we go. Oh, crap! We can't take him out in their entirety yet. Well, okay then. I guess we're gonna have to go to war against Ando again. But in the meantime, more. Disband. Boom. So we've got just a little bit more money in our pockets now. And it won't cost much for us to assimilate. Perfect. Oh! Who's at war with who? The Date is at war with the Shiba. Well, alrighty then. Have to worry about that territory, which I'm gonna have to spend another turn making money. I took the more expensive territories mostly because they'll give out more money. Like, when you have cash in this game, you're good to go. If you're gaining a bunch of money, you're good to go. And so, yeah. I think that'll about do it for, form a coalition. I'm not committing Senpuku this early. I'm not declaring war on and dying to Korea this early. That's pretty much a death note. You'd have to have a death wish if you want to declare war on Korea this early. Jiao. Oh yeah, and we do have our ability to enter a union pretty early on. You know, it'd be funny if I could form a union with freaking Ming. Who should we form a union with? I don't know. I think I shall let RaiderKnight decide. Cause your first union is pretty much always going to be guaranteed. Like, your first union's guaranteed. I think for craps and giggles, I think we should form a union with Ming, but I kind of don't want to be cheap. Because if you don't know, Ming's #1. And our goal is to take him out. And I kind of don't want to be cheap about it. So, let's get these territories assimilated up. For RaiderKnight here. I have about a minute and a half. So I have about 55 seconds left of this little playthrough. So what do you guys think of this? So what do you guys think of this series? If this series does well, I'd definitely do it with like more people. Like, it'd be interesting to see like 5 people play the same game file and stuff like that. And one thing I will do is I will like rename the save file and everything so it's easier to find. And that'll do it. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna end it here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.